We're back with another episode of Hockey Stars in Cars presented by Enterprise. Today's guest was a huge fan favorite to start the year, scored one of the more memorable goals that we saw any player score this season, and it came in the Battle of Alberta. He's also a key member of what's been known around the Saddledome as the Knee Gang. We'll get into a little bit more of that with our guest today, Justin Kirkland. There he is. Need a ride?
Hey, just in time.
Just in time. How
Mr.
we doing?
Parker.
Good to see you, bud.
Likewise.
Hop in.
Thanks for picking me up today.
Yeah, it's nice to have a driver sometimes, right?
That's a choice.
It's what this service is here for.
It's a luxury.
How are things?
Some fun. Doing good.
Yeah?
Doing good, yeah. No complaints.
Good.
Just grinding away.
Just working every day.
Yeah, it's some days feels like Groundhog Day.
Yeah.
But we're having some fun with it, so
that's good.
Yeah, everything's progressing well. We're doing good, so it's nice. I'm surrounded by some good company at the rink, so
it's good.
That helps the days go by a little bit quicker.
Makes it go a little easier. Yeah. Because we're about 4 months in now, right? In terms of, I guess maybe surgery was early December, so rehab would have started shortly thereafter. Is that kind of how the timeline worked?
Yeah, surgery was second week of December. Okay. And then had a few days to kind of get my feet on the ground again, and then it was right back to work.
Right into it, eh?
And I was a little shocked at how fast we got back into things, and but that's they kept harping on how important it was to make sure we get that range of motion back right away. So it was definitely painful, but we knew that we had to do it. So the trainers have taken such great care of us, me and Mantha, throughout this process, and we're definitely thankful for them.
I mean, Anthony was a couple of weeks before you, right? I mean, so you guys are kind of on a pretty similar time schedule, and
it's unfortunately he was 3 weeks before me. But we've had each other to go through this process with, and I think if for myself, if I was going through it by myself, I think it'd be a little bit of a different story on how things have gone. It's he's just all around high quality person, and the way that he's helped me throughout this journey, and he's a guy that I'm able to talk to and bounce things off of. He's always checking in on how I'm doing, and I've got nothing but great things to say about him. And with him being slightly ahead of me, I get a little glimpse of what I'm going to be doing. We like to, he likes to bug the trainers. He's kind of the guinea pig on some of the exercises. So he gets to do some of the harder stuff that may not feel as good. And when it comes to my turn to doing it, they're like, no, Anthony didn't really like this one. So
adjust it.
It's been good. He's such a great guy, and we've gotten to know each other really well, and we spend a lot of time together.
Maybe like a little extra help with the babysitter club, it sounds like, too. And
I told
putting him to work.
It's nice on days that he brings his daughter Naomi in, because for me, it kind of brightens the mood a little bit. Sure. We joke around, we laugh. We're coloring with her. We're throwing balls back and forth, and I think it brightens the day. And also you see that family aspect for sure that he deals with on a daily basis. So she's become one of my little best friends, and even on days when she's not there, sometimes we'll give a little FaceTime and talk to her, and she's a real sweetheart. She's a lot of fun to have around.
That's awesome. Uncle Kirky, go start calling him.
We got to meet the rest of the Knee Gang, right? Well, this is Kalen. You can see by his smile, he's really happy to be on camera.
Behind the scenes.
This is the brains behind the operation. He deserves a lot of credit, making sure that we're doing everything we need to get back to tip-top shape. So we love this guy.
Behind the scenes down there, Scotty's been really good with us also for rehab purposes, and I mean, we try to have as much fun as possible, but at the end of the day, it's hard work and try and get back.
We find a way every day to make sure that we're all kind of smiling and having fun. The working out part is obviously the part that's not as fun, but we put the work in, and like I said, we make sure to lift each other up when we need it.
Even going out of our way to go surprise Kalen at his men's hockey team on a Sunday night with cardboards. It's small details that we just hung out a little bit together and made him smile, made his team smile, and it was a fun night for us even to just do that.
Help boost morale a little bit.
Yeah.
Did you win that night?
No. He's actually way better than we both thought.
We had the team photo too, and the fact that you guys, were able to put the full gear on. I mean, I can't imagine that first time, right, since the injury to have not only the foul gear, but just have the skates on again. I'd imagine that kind of got the spidey senses tingling a little bit.
No, it did big time. We found out we were going to be in the team picture, and we were like, oh yeah, that's great. And then we thought, there's no way they're going to give us the skates. And we walk in the room and we got the full set of gear. So me and Mo we're getting geared up as if we're going to play a game. We're all fired up, and it was exciting as for us just to step on the ice and obviously be around the guys, and it might have taken a few extra laps at the end of it just to soak it all in and enjoy being on that ice again.
Can we go for a lap?
That's
Make sure Kent's not coming out.
Yes.
Yeah, we're gonna go for a quick lap.
Fresh air.
It's been a little while. Right? Are you good?
You've been through that roller coaster in terms of recoveries. I mean, obviously going back to the car accident in Anaheim, and just was there ever times that you felt like it wasn't going to happen, like whether you believed just that it felt like it might not line up for you, or how often did you question it?
Yeah, I think I'd be lying if I said there wasn't times where maybe I doubted if this was going to happen. But I had that first little taste in Anaheim, and unfortunately had that ripped away with the accident. But that made me more hungry and more eager to prove that I can get back there. I'm healthy, and like you said, it's definitely been a roller coaster of emotions throughout the last couple of years. But I think throughout that, there's lessons that come with it, and you learn a lot about yourself. And I was fortunate. I'm surrounded by a lot of good people that have helped me through these difficult times, and you lean on them a lot. And it's like I said, that little taste of what I had. I wanted to work back through that rehab process, and that was my first taste of it. And I said, this is sweet. I wanted to get back. So you put that work in, you put your head down, and whether it was going back and grinding in the American League for another year, and trying to find a way and an opportunity. So there's like we talked about, there's definitely some times of doubt, or I always believed that I could. But there's a time and place for that the opportunity comes, and luckily that was this year, and I did my best to take advantage of it and run with it. That first goal in Edmonton, I had some buddies in the stands. I grew up close to there.
Camera's guy.
Yeah, watching the Battle of Alberta year after year after year. It all happens, and you're trying to process everything that just went on, and we hop on a flight, we come right back here, and your adrenaline, the emotion, I'm like, it was crazy. I get back home and I sit down with my wife, and I'm just like, what's going on right now? This is, that was a dream come true. And then you sit down and you reflect on the journey that it took to get there, and the highs and the lows, the heartbreaks, everything that came along with it. And sitting there after that night made me, you realize everything that I went through to get to that moment definitely made it all worth it. So that'll always be a real special night that I'll never forget. I think just for me, it's family that continued to push and support, and whether it was playing in the American League, the East Coast League, junior hockey, they were there every step of the way. So I owe a lot to them.
Yeah, well, I imagine that also makes it more special, like when you're talking about the goal, and just playing, whether, I'm sure they got to the Saddle Dome and watched some too, and you're, just being able to share those moments, they saw it in Camrose, they saw it in all the small town Alberta rinks, and then to see it at the biggest level, right?
It was special to share with them, for them to be able to come down and stay with me and my wife, and come to some games, and I think I know it means a lot to them, but I don't know if they know how much it means to me that they're able to be this close, and it's just, I don't know, they mean a lot to me, and to be able to share it with them is one of the most exciting parts.
It's kind of wild that you got some history there with Lombo, and then you end up playing, you're on the same line together in the NHL, and just I'd imagine that, you know, knowing him and Kevin, you know, they've been poking their head and, you know, checking on you throughout the process too. Just, you know, what those guys have meant to you, and you know, maybe it's just how that relationship has kind of evolved too over the last few years.
Yeah, it's been great. Obviously, I got to play with Lombo in Stockton, with the Flames farm team in previous years. So I knew him from beforehand, and then when I saw him sign here in free agency, we texted each other straight away, and couldn't wait to see him. I mean, as all the fans know, he's a beloved teammate. He's full of life, full of energy, and having a guy around like that to sort of help me transition was incredible. And whether it was, you know, questions I had at the rink throughout the game, stuff like that, or, you know, we go on the road for a few games and he's texting me saying, hey, you know, don't make any dinner plans, I'm taking you out for dinner tonight, and stuff like that. He's just an all-around classy person. It's been so much fun to be back with him, and you never get tired of having that guy around, because you're laughing nonstop. So it was definitely special. And then you know, Kevin too. We were all playing together, and we found some nice chemistry on the ice, and then off the ice too. Same thing. You know, we're going out for dinners together and having some fun away from the rink. And those two guys have, like you said, have been checking in and making sure I'm doing all right, and you know, always making sure to come by and say what's up. You cross paths just for a few minutes each day, but you know, and it's all the guys too. It's not just them, but I would say those two guys have definitely you know, made me feel still part of the team. Throughout my career, I've never experienced, you know, anything like this. Then you come into a Canadian market, and and things were, you know, at the start of the year were going really well, and there's a lot of people that were, you know, very supportive of myself and the story and whatnot. So it was just yesterday I was in Golf Town, looking at some stuff for the summertime, and ran into a really nice guy, Keaton, who happened to recognize me as I was trying on some shoes, and he was telling me he's a big Flames fan, and you know, loves the guys and loves cheering the guys on. So he was telling me he doesn't get to go to many games, so I said, hey, you know, what are you doing Thursday night? And he's like, oh, you know, I'm working till 6:30. And I said, well, how about if you talk to your boss nicely, maybe you can get off half an hour early, I'll get you a couple tickets to the Flames game. So I got him and his two brothers come to the game tomorrow night. So
no way.
Yeah, I think it's really cool and special to be able to you know, interact and be personable with the fans and the people that cheer us on. It's a pretty cool hockey market here in Calgary.
That's awesome. Good for you. That's great. That's a perfect way to end it.
Yeah.
Thanks,
awesome.
bud.
Thanks, Parks.